right, well, hello and welcome back again as we get ready for our second and final game of the night as we get ready for the first Pixel game of the week as we are going to have the Denver Apex taking on the Buffalo Lake Effect. On your screen there you can see the season recap with both the teams filling out 7 and 8, both at 0 and 2. Both have also played Daytona, with Denver losing in 5 and Buffalo with a sweep. Then it's Incheon and Boston filling out the 2 schedule. Both, again, losses, but in 4 and 5 for Denver and Buffalo, respectively. Looking over to our weekly schedule, of course, no games played just yet. Also not going to have a whole lot of top team versus top team. So, have to wait on that a little bit longer, but still some interesting games you'll want to watch there. As we can look at our standings, just like Prism, it was 4 at the top, 4 at the bottom, and 2 right in the middle. So there are a couple 2-0 versus 1-1, but no 2-0 versus 2-0 this week. Looking at these stats, as we do have everyone in, so we're just going to go through this quickly. Your key players are Gavin and Crunch, based on the first 2 weeks, and the averages are squarely in favor of Denver. Now, being honest, I don't really know how to predict this game. I think based on what's there, I want to lean Denver. I want to say, I don't know. If nothing else, you have the metric that Denver went to 5 versus Daytona versus Buffalo got swept. But also this is the first time we're seeing Neo play, so I don't know. I want to go Denver. Because I don't know, I almost just want to say a 3-1, but as we always say, that's kind of boring. And so it is just kind of hard to say a prediction here. Yeah, I think I kind of just have to go with 3-1 because I don't have another score. I don't have much of a reference or much of an opinion. So still just too early on that. But either way, of course, with both these teams sitting at 0-2, they will be wanting to get that win. Now, of course, this is certainly the most forgiving season format we've had, that even though it's just 9 weeks, so you need to get your wins when you can, no teams are eliminated after those 9 weeks, as the bottom 4 will play in a kind of pseudo Week 10 play-in, where 7 will play 10, 8 will play 9. Winner of those series will advance to the playoffs as the 7 and 8 seed respectively. So you can technically go 0-9, win 1 series, and be the 7th seed in the single elim playoffs. So certainly more forgiving in that respect, but if you're the 7 seed, you gotta play the 2 seed. So you still want to get every seed and every win that you can so that you avoid falling down to play those higher ranked teams. So that being said, both these teams currently sitting at 0-2. This is probably one of their best chances in order to get those wins on the board. Of course, you're going to play other teams. You're going to play 6 more games after this, but another team at 0-2 should be a good chance. And so far, it's going to be Buffalo taking advantage of that, as we've seen a lot of push out of them. And it's Crunch there getting a dunk and that second touch to bounce it through. And it's now 1-0 in favor of Buffalo. About a minute 40 into the game. So very back and forth start. I'd say a bit Buffalo favored. And of course it is working out in that way. Couple bumps coming through in the net there. Zilch will get downfield, and he'll get all the way downfield, beating just about everyone before it gets turned around. Boston now staying with it. This one up off the side wall. Trying to jump in is Luigi, but he'll get beat. There's no Gavin down off the ceiling. Neo will bring it down, looking for a dribble. 50'd out by Bussin, but he does lose out on the challenge. Now up around the corner by Crunch. Falls down to Luigi. He'll get a high pop. Zilch now pass it out. Neo is there. It's off the bar, and there's no one there to follow it up. So a close chance, but one that will not be taken. And as we cross the halfway point, there'll still be a 1-0 lead here. Yeah. That's fine. This one now bouncing up in the air. Bussin gonna get a big bump, and no one there to follow it up. I was going to say I should close the prediction, but there was enough time run off it that, yeah, I was better off just not saying anything and not making people bet till it ran out. This one now bouncing down again. Zilch looking for the play. That'll get knocked up the left wall. Dropping back down. Neo will play it in. Gavin there, as it'll get played back over to the right side. Crunch now up for it, but it'll get played back down. Luigi getting the touch forward. Zilch will get it back down into the corner. Recentered again. Bussin staying with it. Looking for a touch. It will pop back out. Now Zilch on it. Off the corner, dropping down. Luigi won't get a clear. But there's really no one else there for Buffalo. And so it'll be a temporary clear for Denver as now Gavin takes control. He'll try to go up, but loses control a little bit and ends up losing the 50 back into his own half. Now up in the air, it's Bussin to stay with it. Neo clears it right back down towards the corner. Bounced out again. Gavin down. He'll try to jump for a read. He'll pop it off the back wall. Zilch diving in. Another 50 out to the side. Another one played out by Neo. Crunch just knocks it over to the sidewall, trying to slow down a clear. Now Luigi gets a touch, but he's demoed for his efforts. Zilch getting up. He can't play it too much forward, but both the teammates will try to jump, as instead it's Bussin to get that touchdown. Gavin now down the sideline. A hefty touch out, but a bit too strong, and no one's able to get a shot on it. Crunch now jumping up, gets it to the right. Gavin under it, playing the dribble, but he's 50'd out by Zilch. Crunch trying to get it away. Luigi will bang it back in. Knocked down again. Now off the right side, dropping down. Crunch down the sideline. Up high in the air. Neo jumping in. No one on that one. Crunch now bouncing this one in. Gavin. Down towards the left wall. It'll be Crunch to play it right back up on that. No boost for Bussin. And Crunch takes advantage. It's 2-0. And Buffalo may have just iced game one. A little bit awkward on the final touch there, but hey, goal is a goal. And with only 16 seconds left on the clock, it's not looking very good for Denver here on Manfield. As it was pretty even, but I think it was certainly Buffalo favored. And I really just didn't see many shots at all from the Apex. And so as the clock runs down to 0, it's just going to be a game number 1 here that is taken by the Lake Effect. My favorite Denver, I did say 3-1, so it's possible this is the one, but I think we're going to need to see some things change for Denver if we're going to see them get back into this one, because, like I said, didn't see a lot of pressure as they're going to get outshot 7-2 and outscored 2-0, so pretty controlled game there for Buffalo, and yeah, I mean, we just need to see more on the offensive half. It really is that simple. If you're only getting 2 shots, and I hardly even remember those 2, it's going to be hard to score. And of course, if you're not scoring, it's going to be hard to win. Now, of course, Denver do also have T-Mac, who could join in as a roster swap, but so far, it seems like we're not going to get that. Although, actually, yes, we are. As it's going to be Luigi that drops out and T-Mac that joins in. Still waiting on everyone to actually join onto the field. But as we now have everyone in, we load in for game number 2. Buffalo 1 game to the better. But they need 2 more, and now T-Mac is in trying to change up the run of play. This one, though, forward by Neo. It might be more of the same. The first goal not scored by Crunch, but it's still going through for Buffalo. They will get first blood again. This time a good deal earlier. I believe, at least. It might be somewhat similar, but an early goal nonetheless. And that, of course, not exactly what you want to see for Denver, who have yet to score, but this should change that. T-Mac a little bit awkward on the shot, but hey, it makes its way across the line. And we are tied up at 1. Just a double commit there for the Lake Effect. And no one really able to get much on it. And so the 50's won out by Denver and sent through by T-Mac. Already making an impact for his team. Gavin now chasing this one into the corner. Played up by Gavin, but he kind of just drives by it as now Zilch gets another strong 50 downfield. T-Mac will be on it. He'll play it up the left wall. Now he'll send it forward. T-Mac waiting under it, but Crunch will send it out to the side. Gavin now up towards the ceiling, dropping this one down, and it's played across. Bussin now waiting on it, up the left wall again, looking for a center down. Crunch will be there to follow. Now T-Mac trying to play it off the right side. Zilch will get it downfield. Gavin another touch forward. Bussin on it, plays it forward. Neo will get it out to the side. Neo now still behind it, plays it down the side wall, but T-Mac will pop it up from there. He'll look to follow it himself, and is able to get a weak 50 on it, as now Gavin just has an open net. And all of a sudden, it's 2-1 Denver. Maybe a bit of a Goomba there on Zilch as it just bounces out off the corner. Gavin's there first. He gets the shot through. And it's now a 1-goal lead for Denver, so certainly a much better game here so far for them. As T-Mac's trying to put on the pressure again. That one just blocked away by Crunch. Now down the sideline, this one popped out. Neo on the shot, cleared away by T-Mac, and Crunch can't return the shot. Now away again, T-Mac still under it, plays it off the sidewall, looking for another touch, but it'll be played away and then dunked in by Zilch. Now up off the ceiling, Crunch is there, right at Gavin, and he'll get the high clear away. Neo looking for a floater back in, puts some pressure on, makes one miss, and it'll be Bussin who has to save his team on that one. Bussin tries to dive again, but this time Crunch is faster. He'll look for a pass across. Zilch is in the air, off the backboard. T-Mac can't reach, but he gets the second touch. Won't get the read, but he'll get the save. Plus one more, not giving it, but in spirit at least. And T-Mac again continuing to have a big impact for his team in this second game. As of course, still down by one, still leading by one in this game. Trying to get things back towards even. Now T-Mac following it up. Bump comes through. Neo will play it forward. Gavin will play it back over to the right side. Bussin now down off the ceiling. This one dunked down, bouncing towards the corner. Zilch up off that same corner, as now it's cleared down again. Now around the outside, T-Mac will bang it forward. Zilch will get a long clear. Gavin now on it, plays it off the right side. Zilch will get it forward. Bussin now forward again. T-Mac down off the ceiling. Big bang forward by Crunch, and it's just in. 2-2. It's Crunch again for the third time in the series. Just a long clear that Gavin can't react to. And we are all tied up with 2 minutes left to go. Now T-Mac waiting under this one, looking for 50s. It'll get pushed over to the left. Zach now getting it forward. Gavin waiting under it. Bussin up in the air. Off the back wall. Dropping down. T-Mac's there. It'll bounce high. Is there another? No. Zilch gets in the way. Now cleared downfield. This one going down towards the Denver corner. Bussin will bang it out, but that's almost a setup for Neo until Gavin can send it the other way. This one will go high. Zilch is already there, and he'll get a touch out. Now Bussin trying to reset it. He'll beat one, but Neo is there to follow up. Feels like the momentum has turned here, as the majority of our chances as of late have been for Buffalo. But we're at 70 seconds left to go, and this one should be, but Gavin hits the post. Sitting on the goal line, he just needed that doink to go in, but he takes the wrong angle and it hits wide. Gavin now following it up, tries to play it down into the corner, will beat one, will bump a second, but Crunch keeps it away. T-Mac won't have an angle, and Crunch gets another challenge out to the side. Now a flick over one, Gavin can catch up, it's out off the corner, but it's cleared downfield. And T-Mac has to take it all the way back as we approach 30 seconds left to play. T-Mac bouncing it forward again, it's Neo out to the side. T-Mac another bouncer forward before Neo just takes control and slowly plays it away with the help of a teammate. T-Mac's touch now, a bit of a giveaway as it'll just be Gavin to clear it long, completely into space here. Zilch flies over it. Now popped up in the air, Bussin looking for a pass. T-Mac coming across at a little bit too severe of an angle, as now Gavin will try for a play. He'll get a dunk. T-Mac in the air, off the bar, set to the side, and it is OT in game number 2. Buffalo 1 goal from match point. Meanwhile, Denver, who looked to be in such a strong position in the middle of this one, 1 goal away from tying up the series. But it'll be Crunch with possession here, looking for a pass. Zilch is there. And it's 2 for Buffalo. Crunch pops it across. It's Zilch to finish it, as Gavin just a little bit off on his dive. And so the Lake Effect are now going to be 1 game away from closing out a sweep. Of course, we can't see Bussin's shots, but with what's there, it's tied. And so I want to say Denver probably outshot them, but they just weren't able to get them across. They weren't able to hold their lead. Kind of the opposite problem of our second game. And so as we look towards Urban Central for game number 3, the series definitely under the control of Buffalo, but they need 1 more to close it out as we load in now. Game number 3. We're going to see our 3rd unique roster of the series for Denver, as they're going to take out Bussin and put Luigi back in. But will it be enough? They have no more lives left to give. No more chances beyond this one. Can they pull it back and start the reverse sweep with a game win here? Or can Buffalo snow them in? This one cleared away just over the diving defender. Now Zilch is left alone. Luigi in the air. That one's awkward, but Neo backs him up and blocks out Gavin. Now popped up high in the air again, but a bit too high. Gavin can't reach it. Crunch's touch is right to Luigi as he'll try to play it around, now dropping it straight down, but that's easy enough for Neo. Neo now down the sideline, poking it down as Gavin will get it out to the left wall, but Zilch is already there. He'll knock it across, but no one to follow, and T-Mac bounces it out. This one now dropping down in the 50s, won by Luigi. Down off the back wall, Zilch doesn't have it. Gavin does. And for the first time in the series, Denver have first blood. 53 seconds in, it is 1-0 Apex. And they are going to be the ones playing from in front here. Their second lead of the series. But of course, they're going to want to add to it because they couldn't hold on to the 2-1 lead in the last game. This one now down the sideline again, popped up by Luigi, dunked to the side by Crunch. Neo will be there again. He'll catch it out to the side where Gavin will pick it up. Now this one dropping down, held close to the back wall. Crunch now around the outside again. This one sent downfield, played over to the right side. No one really able to get too much on that one as Gavin will get a touch around 1, looking for the follow-up, but Crunch gets it to the side again. Now up in the air again, a double commit. This one knocked forward. Appreciate it, Bussin. Zilch bounced it out again. There's a shot, but it gets popped up high. Good save by T-Mac. Gavin now trying to get it down the sideline. Looking for a play is T-Mac, but he's beat out by Zilch as now Neo gets by another. No one's back. The pass is too strong, but it will get in the end. Neo just needs a tap across, but he puts everything into that one. Fortunately, Zilch able to keep it on the goal line, and Crunch gets the secure. And so again, we are all tied up 1-1. 3 minutes left to play, and the pressure is on for Denver, who still need this game win. One dunked down, now popped across. Crunch looking for it forward. Neo in the air, it's just high. Crunch able to beat one to keep it in the corner though. Zilch will do the same on a 50. Neo looking to drop it across, but the player goes for a demo. So there's no one there to shoot as this gets by Crunch. It could be a shooting chance. That one's high. Gavin can't get a shot, but T-Mac can. Denver lead again. really awkward, and it almost is another wasted opportunity. But in the end, T-Mac does get a rebound and does get that shot. So just past halfway as T-Mac gets another. That's interesting, I have to say, as it looked almost like a fake from Zilch, but no, it's just a bad flip. Unfortunate. Teammates, of course, not expecting it, so T-Mac's just able to get through. The way he moved from the perspective we were in, it looked like he drove around it like a fake, but yeah, no, from that replay, just flipped the wrong way, couldn't get back to the ball. Happens. Hate to see it, but now you just gotta bounce back. Of course, still on match point, but plenty of time as you're only down by 2 here. We're not going to get enough on that one as Zilch will get a center. Crunch is there. It's off the post, and somehow Denver keep it away. So close. Probably should have been in, but in the end it's not until Neo gets it back. They get what they deserved as Buffalo are robbed of a goal, but Neo is able to get it right back. Just a little bit strong on that clear by Luigi. No one else covering the net. And with the help of a little bump, Neo's able to dunk it straight back through to the net as this one passed down. And it's a tie game. 3-3. Neo has 2 in the game, both within about 5 seconds of each other. And Buffalo, a massive swing right there. It felt like everything was going right for Denver, but again, they just can't hold on to it. As this one's off the back wall, Neo trying to play it forward. Crunch in the air, gets a shot, but Luigi's already up and gets a save. Gavin now trying to go the other way, gets it up at a tough angle and can't hit it down or set up a teammate with it. Back now out to the left wall. Away again. Neo trying to follow it up, given the space. A high clear that Gavin will just knock down wide. Gavin now another pop past one. Looking for a catch, going for a flick, but Zilch just dunks it away. Now up off the right side. This one will center out. Crunch off the back wall again. Zilch is on it, 15 it forward, but sent to the side again. Out off the corner, bouncing down. Crunch trying to stick with this one. T-Mac centering it out, looking for the play in, but Zilch will get it away again. Gavin now off the right wall. Zilch will dunk it back down. Luigi trying to center it. Crunch following it up. It'll get played out to the right wall. Now no one able to get a piece of that one. This one rolling over to where Zilch is waiting. He'll get the clear away. Final 30 seconds here. We've been tied up for just almost a minute and a half now. And it's starting to feel scary for Denver, who of course have been in this position before in the last game. Need this win. And, I mean, it's definitely not comfortable. But we'll see as we're getting to the point of golden goal now. Gavin, that shot will go wide. T-Mac waiting under it. He'll get demoed. Clock strike 0. It'll look like it'll fall. And we are headed to overtime for the second game in a row. Denver, 1 goal away from prolonging the series, but more pressingly, Buffalo 1 away from ending it. This one cleared away. T-Mac will look to dive. He'll get it forward, although it's dunked to the side by Zilch. Luigi on it next, but just lets it go. And that'll force Denver to reset. Gavin, though, looking for a pinch. That'll get by 1 again. Now played downfield. Zilch the flick away. T-Mac bouncing it in. Neo pops it up in the air. Crunch now beats 1. Neo almost looking at an empty net until T-Mac plays it away from him. And now this one rolling out. Buffalo are going to leave it. That'll allow Luigi a touch away, although Zilch will send it right back in. Now down into the corner, up to the ceiling, bouncing down, Crunch waiting. Gavin beats him to it. High in the air, now awkward the other side. Gavin is hunting. He won't connect, and Zilch makes the save. And now it's a 51 by Crunch, but it is off target, and Denver should be able to recover in time. Neo, though, down. Zilch is there. It's wide. Around the outside, Luigi trying to stay behind it, getting this one down. It's pinched forward by Zilch. T-Mac over to the right wall. Neo on it again. T-Mac misses the touch, but Luigi able to get to that one. Crunch, though, another touch in as we're starting to see some really convincing pressure from Buffalo. But, of course, nothing across the goal line just yet. This one, though, dropping down, and the shot is high from Neo. That one, certainly a shot that could have been in. But instead we play on, as this is off the corner, popped out by Gavin. Nothing on it. T-Mac saved away by Zilch. Neo now forced to slow down. Gavin will dive. He'll win it wide. Zilch is alone. Gavin knocks it high. T-Mac will be first to dive, trying to slow it down, but not a great touch, and that'll allow Crunch at least a 50 as now Neo takes it away. Gavin left alone. He'll get one out. Now Neo popping it out, but it's a bit too far backwards. Does beat a teammate, although Zilch was able to drop it down, but still nonetheless, Denver break out. Gavin now off the back wall, cleared away again. Neo trying to stick with it. This one rolled across, 50'd forward. T-Mac still waiting on it, but Zilch dunks it down into the corner. Now down the sideline again. This one will center out. Neo the shot off the post. T-Mac will look for another clear. Approaching 3 minutes here as T-Mac has a shot. A demo will open things up. And Denver will force a game number 4. It certainly wasn't easy, but a demo finally opens up the lane. And Denver, despite it really starting to feel like they weren't going to close that one out, will win it. As look at the shots, 14-9 in favor of Buffalo. But only about a third of the goals going through for both sides. And so, Denver will get the win, but not very convincingly, as they will send us to at least one more game here on Utopia Coliseum. But it honestly feels like we're going to need to see another step improved on that one if we're going to be headed to Game 5. But that's all still to be seen as we load in game number 4. Buffalo still on match point, but Denver fight off the sweep. And they're on the road to the reverse sweep, but it's a long one. And we'll see if they can keep it going here. T-Mac gonna lose out on that 50 as Luigi will be the first to play it with Zilch bearing down. Zilch now with big 50, that'll center across. Gavin trying to play it away. Crunch already in the air, will lose out on the challenge, but it's right to Zilch, who will send it right back forward. Plus a shot, it was wide, but T-Mac will still get the touch away. Gavin now another save, that'll beat almost everyone. Just Zilch left to go, and even 50, Gavin dunked in by T-Mac. 1-0. Denver get first blood for the second game in a row. A little bit of pinball there. Crunch just barely reaches the save, but T-Mac is lurking, and he gets the last touch in the end. And so now, it is 1-0, 40 seconds in. Now, if I've learned anything from this series, no lead is safe for Denver, because they've given up a 1-goal lead several times, and now a 2-goal lead at least once as well. So we'll see how well this one holds as Gavin just kind of gets control, plays it all the way downfield, and walks in an empty net. So now, with a 2-goal advantage, as we said, certainly not a safe lead, but it should be at least somewhat comfortable. We'll see. I'd like to see at least one more goal for Denver if they're going to feel safe in this one, especially because there's still 4 minutes left to play. But Gavin might just have gotten that opportunity, but he cuts too far across the field. Of course, the defense was diving back in, but it feels like if he goes more direct, maybe there's a shot there, especially at an angle they can't defend. But instead, now it's Buffalo pushing forward as Gavin tries to get it to his corner, but Zilch will bang it across. No one able to find a shot as Luigi will jump up. He'll get it down past midfield. That'll beat one. Zilch will grab his corner. He'll lose out on the 50. Crunch will get something a little bit better, but still. Buffalo are forced back until Crunch finally gets a clear away. This one now sent back again. T-Mac 50'd over to the left side. Now one forward. Zilch dunked over again. T-Mac trying to dive in. Even 50 here. Gavin will be up, but dunked in by Crunch again. Neo tries to go, but T-Mac wins it, and he'll get over to Gavin. Gavin going for a reset. Won't quite get it. The pinch is good, and it just goes in. Panic takes over, and it's going to be Crunch who accidentally gets that one back into his own net. An unfortunate play. And now with 3 minutes left to go, it's a 3-goal lead for the team in blue. Luigi now trying to roll it forward. Zilch, a bit of a giveaway to Gavin. He'll pop it on target. Blocked away. T-Mac there. Another strong save, though, and Neo can get it past midfield. He'll now win another 50 as that one. Full shot just a little bit wide. Luigi still trying to wait behind it as we cross the halfway point here. Still a 3-goal Denver lead. It should be comfortable, but I still don't trust it. As this one's one down, Zilch has it just wide, and it's a terrible bounce for Buffalo. Neo will try, but Gavin gets it away. Zilch now up in the air again, though. Luigi an awkward touch. Crunch dunked away by T-Mac. Gavin with a 1v1. He flicks it up high, and it's a great touch by Zilch there to play it to the side. As now we see a bump coming through from Crunch. Popped up by Neo. Crunch on target. Saved by Gavin. Zilch will dive. It's wide. A great effort by Gavin. Keeps the shutout rolling. And keeps the lead at 3. But for how long? This one is down, and it is in. Neo gets one back. He bangs it forward. Crunch a little bit off on the read, trying to jump up early, but patience pays off for Neo, who just waits under it, gets a shot, and gets that goal. Minute and a half left to play. Still a 2-goal advantage, but as the shutout is broken, it's a little bit scary. As I said, 3 goals lead, I was still afraid. And we'll see if Denver can close this one out. As Neo now tries to bang it forward. Up in the air, Zilch Hill 50, even with 2, but that'll keep it out away from the goal for the moment. Gavin now another one downfield, but Neo can respond. Zilch up in the air. He'll pop it up and make it awkward. Looking for a pass back. Neo will miss, though. Could make it awkward instead for Buffalo as Crunch is too far out, but he will get the touch out to the side. Gavin now going up with it. Reset. I don't think he got it. Actually, he did, but the ball gets cleared away anyway. Luigi's shot now brings off the bar. Zilch trying to play it backwards. Really, the main takeaway here for me, Denver are stalling time. They aren't scoring. Their shots are going high, but they're stalling time. All of this is time that they're forcing Buffalo to play defense, and eventually that defense breaks. Gavin passes it back. T-Mac is there. Zilch can't reach, and it's 4-1. With 30 seconds left to go, a 4-1 advantage should be absolute. One down into the corner again. Yet more time wasting away. 20 seconds now. Continuing to tick down, and T-Mac makes it 5. Hat trick for him, and it is game number 5 on the horizon. With 18 seconds left to play, that should be just a formality here. Not gonna win this kickoff right at Zilch. Zilch now going up with it. He'll get it to the back wall, but Gavin takes it away. Final 10 seconds here. It'll waste away to nothing. Denver now take the lead in goal differential, And they bring us all the way back to Game 5. It looked rough after 2 games, but they have stepped up in this one. They outshoot 12-9. They outscore 5-1. A lot more dominant in the way of goals, which is, of course, much what you prefer. But in the end, this game, much more similar. Well, really different from all of them. We've not had a game this one-sided at all in the series, but kind of much more similar to Game 2 for Denver, except now flipped to Buffalo, where you have a team getting high shots and just not turning them into goals. And of course, that one got away in the end, but it was still a fight for quite a while. But we now have one last game. Denver, well along the reverse sweep trail, but they need one more to get it done. Meanwhile, Buffalo looking for their 3rd chance to close it out. It's still early on, but T-Mac's there for a save. Another one played in. Crunch will go up high. Touchdown low. Saved by Gavin. T-Mac now trying to follow it up. Neo will pop it up in the air. That'll beat T-Mac. Another one will beat a second. Gavin now dunked. Bouncing down. Zilch in the air early. Bouncing it forward. T-Mac pops it away. Gavin now around the outside again. It's still Crunch there. Crunch towards the back wall. T-Mac plays it over to the left. No one on this one now as T-Mac plays it downfield. Crunch trying to get it back. This one off the left side. Neo up in the air. Gavin drops it down. Zilch will get it away, but it's Gavin! The massive dunk. And as we crest the 1-minute mark, it is Gavin with a massive 50 there to give Denver the lead. And the Apex, for the 3rd game in a row, will score first as they look to win a 3rd game in a row. But if we've learned anything in this series, don't trust a Denver lead. Once it gets up towards 3, maybe we're talking, but 1 or 2 can evaporate in an instant. And we still have 3.5 minutes left in this game. Zilch now trying to pinch it away. T-Mac dropping it in. Crunch up in the air. Gavin is there. Reset down. Luigi dropping it in. It's Gavin again. 2-0. They traced an outline all around the net, but finally that one last touch breaks through. And the lead grows. Now 2-0 for the Apex. I do believe we have not seen a reverse sweep yet this season, but it's starting to look more and more possible. We've seen several series get back to this Game 5 and then not complete it, but it's now looking like it's going to be Buffalo who need a comeback if they want to hope in this series. As Crunch wins it forward, looking for the center, drops it down, Zilch is on it, wins the 50, but it goes wide. Gavin now up in the air, Neo will keep it in, bouncing down. Rolled away again, as now it's Crunch up towards the ceiling. This one popped across, Crunch down, Gavin gets it away. Halfway gone, halfway left to go. Bouncing across the center, it's Luigi out to the right side, but Zilch will get the touch in. Neo the high flick, Gavin equal to it, he'll keep possession and he'll clear it downfield. More time wasted, another reset needed for Buffalo. Popped away by Neo, Luigi trying to play it, but it's sent up the left wall. Zilch now behind it, not gonna get a touch. Luigi into the corner, double out, but it's a good touch by Neo. That'll force Gavin up, and his touch is only to the corner where Crunch will try to play it out, although T-Mac sends it right back in. Neo now down, misread by Zilch, and it's another clear for Luigi. Crunch now dunked out, Who's in the air but Gavin? This time it'll go wide. 95 seconds left to go. Fascinating. Fascinating. Interesting, even. Well, I don't know what to say about that. No clue what to say about that. I'm going to try to reopen the game. I assume they've kept playing. Hold. We're speedrunning. That. That's absurd, by the way. That's so crazy. We're joining in. That's also insane, Defane. Okay. We're gaming. No one has scored. 45 seconds left to go. I have no clue what happened in the middle, but don't worry about it. We're back. This one up the right wall. Neo trying to track it back. 35 seconds left to go. Now Luigi over to the left side. Neo is on it. He'll play it in. Gavin saves it to the side. Now Gavin following it up again. Another long clear. Crunch trying to dive back. It's back off the back wall. But T-Mac crashes in. Time running down. And the time is running out for Buffalo. They look so strong through 2 games. But in the end, they cannot get the third. Denver fight back. They get the first reverse sweep of the season, and they move to 1-2. A good fight by Buffalo, but just not enough gas. They fall short at the finish line, and it's Denver with a massive win. I titled that replay Game 3. That's not quite right. We're a little bit beyond that. But, I mean, massive series there. Massive win for Denver. As they're going to come out with a win. We missed, I don't know, minute of gameplay maybe. But don't worry about it. No one scored. Nothing important happened. Trust. That was fascinating. It's telling me... Wait. I need to go into this replay. It didn't skip, did it? Oh. Fascinating. Well, that replay did not save properly at all. Gulp. Match history then? Huh. Well, that could be an issue. I'll check, because the game isn't in my match history at all, which means you'll have to, like, restart for it to show up. But, yeah. Interesting. But, either way, we are going to ask about an interview. True, Defane. Any success you claim as yours, any failure you do not. But we are going to have an interview, and so we will be back in just one moment. And we are back with Denver. Our reverse sweep. How does it feel to be on the board?
It's good to get that first win.
Absolutely.
I think one of these guys just pointed out we've gone game 5 every match, so.
I believe your last one was a game 4. But at least you've bookended it with game 5.
We are back with Denver.
Gavin, you think you can mute the stream, ideally? Oh, good. All right. And so what was the mentality like as you guys go down 2-0 there? Obviously continuing to change up the roster, but do you guys feel like you were in it, or were you just trying to look for any momentum and that turned into the reverse sweep?
It was just momentum. We were just missing nets in game 2. Game 3 we missed some too, but once we stopped missing open nets, game kind of turned around.
Absolutely.
I agree.
And early on in that series, obviously in both games 1 and 2, or at least in game, I think it was games 2 and 3, you guys gave up multiple leads. So were you a little bit wary about that for the rest of the series, or did you just know don't make the mistakes and all good?
I think we picked up on where we were lacking those games, and it really changed the tide for us. We were definitely communicating a lot more on our defensive side, which helped a lot.
Fair enough. And looking forward to next week, you guys are set to play up against Vancouver, who are another team currently sitting at 0-2. How do you feel about that matchup?
I think it's more about how we play as opposed to anything else. I mean, if we show up and hit nets and are in the right spot like we were in game 4 and 5, we'll be fine. We play like we did games 1 and 2, and like how we've played early in every series so far, it'll be tough. But
Fair
yeah, the more
enough.
comfortable we keep getting with each other, I think communication's gotten better each week. I think we're going to be fine.
Absolutely. Well, I do think that's about all I have for you guys. So, congratulations on getting the win, and good luck next week.
No
sir.
freaking way.
All right, and that will also do it for our night of games here. Let me look at what we got coming up as currently, and I say currently, every game is scheduled, so we will not have any games tomorrow night. However, we will be back with 2 more on Thursday, 1 Prism and 1 Pixel once again, those at 7 and 9 p.m. So those should be pretty good games. Hope to see you back then. But your final score here one last time. Denver 3, Buffalo 2, a reverse sweep for the Apex. But we'll see you back here on Thursday night for more Week 3.